Hi everyone, this is Richard Butler from realestateroadkillusa.com. In this short video I'm going to discuss how I have used the roadkill concept as part of my real estate brokerage as a lead generation tool, and how, quite frankly, this has been the most cost-effective lead generation technique that I've used in the last 15 years. You may already have looked at the video that Danny Poulos produced, which really examines how he has used the concept in his mortgage business. If you haven't already seen that video, go to realestateroadkillusa.com and click on the Join Our Network tab, and you'll find a link on that page to view that video. Danny uses the concept mainly to develop relationships with in particular realtors, and the majority of his business within his mortgage company completely really now emanates from the contacts that he's made developing these relationships with realtors by allowing them to post their approved short sale listings on to his website. Well, I've come to look at it in a slightly different way. My background is in direct response marketing, and quite frankly I'm not so concerned about developing relationships in my area with other realtors, because as an operating real estate brokerage myself, I'm more concerned about developing relationships with end users, with buyers, consumers of these homes. And if along the way I start to post listings for all other realtors in my area, that's fine, but my intent is to flush buyers out of the woodwork, and as such the roadkill concept has worked very well for me. If you take a couple of looks at the differences between our two websites, you'll start to see that they are very, very subtle differences. On Danny's site, which is realestateroadkill /northernpalmbeach.com, his site is optimized as a mortgage broker. So everything about his site is pretty much the same as my site, which I'll give you details of in a second. But when you click through to the properties page, he is very much saying to people, if you're working with a realtor, then give them the MLS number that you'll find on the site and work with them, but come deal with me when you need to get the financing, because I understand how to get short sales financed and what it entails, and we have the programs available. Now, if you do the same on my site and go through to the properties area, which is realestateroadkill /Kissimmee, that's KISSIMME.com, and click through the properties tab, register and get to the properties page, you'll notice that this is where the difference comes in. On my site, I'm posting a clickable MLS link for every property on my list, which means, although I'm still saying to a consumer and to a buyer, if you've already got a realtor, then feel free to work with them, but more importantly, I'm really setting myself up as an expert in approved short sales, in the process, in the financing, and saying to people that you really need to be working with me and my company. So when they click through the MLS link, so they see the basic information on the property on my list, they click through the MLS link, and at that point they're going to get the MLS sheet, which is of course customized to my company, Total Real Estate Solutions. It has all my company contact information, so the consumer at that point can print up a property information sheet of a property that they're interested in, and of course it's plastered with my information. So the important thing about Real Estate Roadkill is, whichever way you cut it, whether you're using it as a relationship tool or you're using it, in my case, to flush out buyers, the important thing is that we capture those individuals' information. So in each case, to get through to the property list, you have to register. You have to give us at very least your first name and your email address. This information automatically becomes part of the underlying iContact database, and then gives me the ability, or Danny the ability, to contact everybody that's registered on the site. So what it allows me to do, once somebody has clicked through and raised their hand and expressed an interest in seeing information on these real estate steals, on these bank approved short sales, is that they've now raised their hand, given me in effect permission to contact them every time I feel it's appropriate to do so. And the direct response marketing game says that, you know, we should be contacting these people as often as we possibly can. So it is my intent to contact everybody on my buyers list at least on a weekly basis. And, you know, this can be interesting articles, it can be things related to the website, new postings, new blog entries that I put on the site, but by far the best thing to contact anybody with at this point is to say the property list's changed. I've got a great new listing on the site. You know, this one won't last long. Any of these messages and all these, you know, basic templates are already set up in the email portion of the iContact database, but you know, it enables me, as I say, on a weekly basis to send a message out to everybody that's registered. Said, hey, here I am, you know, here's a great new deal, and by the way, you know, if you're ready to get moving, give me a bit more information, let's get you pre-qualified, let's do what we need to do. So as a lead generation tool, that list is growing on a you know, on a daily basis, and you know, it's the most cost-effective way that I've ever come across to flush out buyers from, you know, from out of the woodwork. And in the current market environment, that is the be-all and end-all as far as I'm concerned as a real estate broker. It's finding buyers, it's then getting them qualified, and obviously getting them to the contract point of view. But much more effective than, you know, traditional forms of advertising. As such, you know, we have several contracts pending that we're working on. We have buyers that we're working on with specific types of properties, and of course I'm not limited to just sending them information from Real Estate Roadkill. I can send them information on other, you know, whether they be bank-owned deals, great deals that I found with motivated sellers, or from investors. You know, a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. So once they've raised their hand and say they want information on approved short sales, I feel that it's perfectly within my rights, and they've given me permission for them to contact them with everything that I have that I think is worthwhile and beneficial. And of course they have the ability to unsubscribe from the list at any time. So that's how I use Real Estate Roadkill as a lead generation tool. You can see that doing it and running it this way, the cost is minimal. The question is, you know, not how much Real Estate Roadkill costs me, it's what's my return on investment. And you know, 1/2 of one transaction pays for my involvement with Real Estate Roadkill in a year, and I'm sure it'll produce a very substantial return on investment over a 12-month period. I hope you found this useful information. If you need more information on Real Estate Roadkill, please email me at support@realestateroadkillusa.com. Once again, Richard Butler, support@realestateroadkillusa.com. Thank you very much.